morning, everyone. Good morning. It's the real good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right. How's everybody feeling this morning before we even get started? Oh, no. If you've met me, you already know that's not going to work. How y'all feeling this morning? There we go. Well, welcome to our first network meeting in our new building. It is truly an honor to have each of you here with us today. On behalf of the Community Impact Network family, welcome. We wanted to start this morning with the perfect combination: fellowship, food, and good company. We hope you enjoyed the breakfast and networking hour and had a chance to connect with partners, guests, and staff. We are truly excited to be in person today. I wanted to share something that inspires me every day and really shows through the work you all do in your organizations to create a better space and place for people you serve every day. In South Africa, Ubuntu is a term that can literally be defined as humanity, but conceptually, it speaks to the interconnectedness of each and every one of us. The idea that I am because we are. All of us here today are a part of that communal thread of interconnectedness, not only through our humanity, but through our dedication to community and the work we do every day. Over the next 30 minutes, we will walk through the history of the network, spending a bit of time learning about the past, how the network got to where it is today, and the future, where we are heading together. We hope that today you leave the network full of ideas, inspiration, and joy. Through fellowship, partnership, connection, and collaboration, we hope to continue to build with you for years to come. So welcome to the network. Get excited, get uncomfortable, because we're about to have a really good time today in person. It's been a long time, too long. Next up, we'll have Andrea, and she'll kind of walk us through the history, and then we'll start to get to know each other a little bit better and break that ice. All right.
Well, good morning, everybody. For those of you that have been in meetings with Ailey and I, there's a running joke that I now follow her every time, and it never is as good. So we're just following every staff meeting, I tell you what. So I echo her sentiments that we are happy to see you today. While I'm at the mic, I do want to give a big thank you to our network staff who made today possible. So Casey, Alice, Natasha, Seth, who's in the back recording everything, Elizabeth, Brian, and the rest of our staff. They did a beautiful job. We're really excited to have everybody here today. We're back together in person. The seeds of what you see today started in 2010 when Beyond Housing and a group of community leaders and residents launched the 24-1 initiative, which sought to unite everyone who lives within Normandy School District's boundaries as one community with one identity and one vision for the future. The group, back in 2010, after a review of best practices and national programs, centered their focus on the youth continuum and the lifelong impact of early intervention in the life of a child. It was always the plan to start with the babies and build on and progress through the life stages of a person, as we have been exploring in our network meetings this year. 24-1 focused their resources on early childhood development. The committee dove deep into the data about early interventions. At the time, only about 45% of Normandy students were entering kindergarten at the targeted developmental milestones. In 2011, the committee identified strategies to pursue together, strategies about community awareness, collaboration, quality childcare, parent education, and access to health, developmental, and wellness services. The groundwork was laid by United for Children and Nurses for Newborns. Beyond Housing initially took the role as the backbone organization. It was during this time, as organizations began to join what was then known as the Early Childhood Collaborative, that they began signing what we now know today as coalition membership agreements. The initiative was renamed to 5 by Age 5 based on 5 key service domains. 1, parenting skills, knowledge, and involvement. 2, quality early learning programs. 3, connect to consistent healthcare services. 4, screenings and connection to development and mental health services. And 5, connect to community support services. In 2012, U4C's PAC Centers and Nurses for Newborns home visiting program both finished their first year of implementation. The development of Beyond Housing's family engagement liaisons, that we all know as the FELS, also came about this time as the youth continuum was extended into school-age children. The FELS success in the schools allows many more organizations to be brought in at that time. The years following added more community partners to the coalition, and in 2019, the Collective Impact Network became the Community Impact Network you see today. The Community Impact Network supports and aligns those of us who serve the people in the 24/1 footprint. The success of the 5x5 Coalition inspired the development of the Youth First and Back to Basics coalitions. The network now includes over 60 members and 3 coalitions, 5x5, Youth First, and Back to Basics. All of you are part of one or more of those coalitions, which we know are focused on kindergarten readiness, success through school and post-graduation, and access to basic needs. These coalitions continue to build on the youth continuum that was the driving force from the beginning. The goals were developed by you, the coalition members. We are proud to be part of the conversation, providing space for collaboration, support, partnerships, and education. The posters that we introduced you to as you came in around the room highlight key partnerships and collaborations between agencies. I invite you to check them out if you haven't already at the end of the meeting. In addition to the coalitions and serving as the backbone organization, the Community Impact Network also funds Equity Homes, an organization that builds equity by providing financial support for the development and construction of affordable, quality, single-family homes. The network is committed to the 24/1 footprint. There is a strong fabric of community here, a collection of people that believe in service and want to serve. We want to make sure that today celebrates the work that's been done by all of you and your organizations in this room and the work still left to complete. All of you, coalition members and platform partners, make it happen in the community. Being patient and staying committed is what's important and what makes it work. So thank you. I did talk with a few of you as you came in and as we worked the room, asking some and talking with you about how you got involved in the network and some of your favorite memories are. And so if you know how I like to do public speaking, it's not typically to read off of a piece of paper, but that was so important. And I do want to share the history story with each of you. So does anybody, we have a second mic. So does anybody feel like they want to share how they got involved in the network or a really special project or collaboration with a partner agency they'd like to share with the audience? And I am the daughter of a teacher, so I will stand up here until somebody answers. Yeah.
That was not the plan. So I'm Rashawn Bush. I work for United for Children, and I have actually been a part of this particular project since 2013. So it was really at the conception or at the very beginning of how this collaboration with United for Children, Beyond Housing, and the Community Impact Network. And I work with all of the early learning providers, home and centers in the 24/1 communities. I'll say, working with these, I have a couple directors that are back there in the room and backside over there, but working with these ladies has been nothing short of amazing. These are some of the hardest working women and men that I have ever come across in these centers. And to allow us to come in, to work with their staff, and also bring other agencies in. So some of the other partner agencies that we work with, Dana over there with Bell Center, so that way children can receive services, whether it's different types of therapies that kids need and help those families also get IFSPs, so that way when they come either to the Normandy Early Learning Center or to other centers that they might go to, they try to prepare them in a way, so then that way those kids go to school with services as needed. I'll say we work also with Delta Gamma to make sure that kids get resources, because we know that if you can't see, a lot of the behavior issues come when kids can't see or when they can't hear. So we work with Delta Gamma, and the PAT comes in and does ASQs for our babies in these centers, and we are constantly in connections with a lot of other agencies. Obviously, Nurses for Newborns come in, but also Operation Food Search and a variety of other connections and collaborations. I just want to say, always think about these centers in this community. There is a school district in this community that we value, but there are also early educators that are in this school district that those kids feed into the Normandy School District. And they are being educated, and they are being taken care of, and they are being nurtured and loved. So just think about these women and men who are in these homes and in these centers that are within 24 hours.
Nice job, Rasan. Thank you. Anybody else? Carrie Collins.
Good morning. So I became involved with the Community Impact Network 3 years ago when I joined Beyond Housing as the manager of the Family Engagement Liaison Program. And I quickly learned that the Community Impact, well, at that time, as you said, the Collective Impact Network and Beyond Housing were like family. And over the years, as my position has changed and programs have grown, I have truly, sincerely appreciated the support of the network and also the opportunity to collaborate with almost everyone here in some capacity in terms of getting information to Normandy Schools Collaborative. So I appreciate everything about this organization, and I just wanted to, I typically would not stand up unless they asked me to, but I wanted to be sure to make sure everyone, it's important to me to say when you appreciate people, so I'm happy to do that. Thanks.
Thanks, Carrie. Yes. Dr. Harris.
Good morning, good morning. I am new in a different role with Normandy Schools Collaborative, and I'm new to, I don't want to say I'm new to the network, but I'm new to working with everyone in the network. I am excited to be here. I may not know each of you, but believe me, we will get to know each other. I believe in receiving. I know that you guys have a lot to offer, and I'm here to take everything you have. We don't turn anything down in Normandy. And I do appreciate what the first person said about it's not just Normandy Schools, but it's the other organizations that are a part of the community. Because at the end of the day, those children feed into our district. And we are who we are, and we can't get better unless we start when they're little. Learning starts at conception, and we can't even get it to grow unless we start supporting it and helping it. Mm-hmm. And so this year, my ultimate goal is to support educating parents on how to help their children. And that's going to take all of us. We're going to have to work together to make some things happen and to make not just the children prosper, but when the children prosper, the community prospers. And we are a part of this. I used to joke and tell the kids all the time, I'm a former reading teacher, and I used to tell them, I need you to read, because when I'm older and I need meds, I need you to give me the right meds. And that still holds true. I have an only child, and I don't know if she'll come to the city, come back home to live. And so just in case I'm in that nursing home, I need the right meds. That's all. That's it, that's all. But either way, we are here to support the families and the children, and we start with the children, and sometimes that dwells over into the family. With the offset of the pandemic, we are experiencing a true need for mental health. And so we've got to educate our Black community on how mental health is a support and how we need it. And so I know that the first person, and I apologize, I don't remember your name.
Rashawn Bush.
Yes. Rashonda, I don't want to say the first person, but Rashonda spoke about providing support and needs for children, and that's one of the greatest needs that we're in for this school year. So look to hear from you.
Thanks. We have probably time for one more person if we have anybody. We also, I forgot to mention this, are live streaming the meeting. So I think last time I checked, we had about 20 people on the Zoom. So if you are on the Zoom and you're hearing me, write in the chat any memories you have. And we also have pieces of paper and pens on the table. So if you don't feel like sharing with the group, we have post-meeting materials going out. So if there's any memories or things you want to be certain share, you can leave those on the table. Anybody else? Last call.
Hello, my name is Egret Manning. I'm with Cornerstone Kids Preschool. Now, initially, I was not going to stand up and say a word. But listening to everyone speak so highly of the network, I got involved with United for Children. It's probably over, 8+ years. So I'm old, but I'm young. When you walk out of here, you remember that. I'm very young, even though I had a birthday a couple of months ago. But what is so refreshing and encouraging to me is I just like how United for Children worked with us, and they've always been very supportive of all of the centers within the network. And I had the opportunity to be introduced to Beyond Housing and some of the resources that they make available for our children and family. We love our Normandy community, and so we're going to do what all we need to do to make sure that our children and our family receive the necessary services to help them be better and more productive in their community and grow in their life. And with that saying, I have grown. I've seen the Community Impact Network. I've seen United for Children grow as well, because remember I started on the ground, somewhere close to that. And so, they have been supportive of our staff, of me personally and professionally. And I am just honored to be connected and surrounded by such wonderful organizations and people.
All right, well, that was great. Thank you so much for sharing, all of you. We do not have another meeting down here after this meeting, so you are welcome to hang out down here and talk with people. If you heard something that spoke to you, make sure that you're, shaking hands and sharing business cards so we can hang out even after this meeting is over. I'm going to turn it over now to our CEO, Winston Calvert, who's going to take us into the future and talk a little bit about where we're headed.
Well, Ailey's something. And Andrea's something too, just not as much of a something. And but I'm less, so I'm trying to lower expectations and bring them down. I do have one question for everybody though, and I need help because Andrea's going to tell me no. So I had this idea. Ailey is so magnetic and dynamic, and she makes her presence known. But I'm kind of boring. And so I was thinking there's a storage closet back here. I'm thinking that next time we meet, I'll just hang out in the storage closet. And then when it's my time to come out, we'll have like a smoke machine, lasers, things like that. You like that, right? So live music. I'll have a band. I'll have a backup band. But so you guys think that's a good idea, right? So Andrea, you don't get to say no. The network wants it. So I still am the new guy here. It's been about 6 months, I guess. Andrea has been here so much longer than me. I think she started 2 days before me or 3 days before me, so she has seniority. But I'm still the new guy, but I already know that Ailey's a hard act to follow. But Jean and Andrea and I have worked really hard in the last 6 months to bring on a diverse and talented team of folks to supplement what the network has been doing and to build out from here. One of those new folks, of course, is Ailey, and her addition is really a testimony to the network's commitment to keep its ears open, to engage with the community, to listen to the community, to engage with all of you and make sure that that the right hand knows what the left hand is doing, and to make sure that that we keep our commitment to respond respectfully to feedback and input from you all and from the community. One of the other folks who some of you probably have met is Courtney Corman. We stole Courtney. Andrea and I are kind of like a one-trick pony, so we steal people from government. That's our thing. And so Courtney was the county data officer, and we were both very impressed with her work there. And so we have brought her on as our data and analytics director. And she's really testimony to the fact that we're doubling down on our commitment to being data-driven and to working with you all to identify what is the impact that is that you all want to make in the community, that we're hoping to make in the community, and how do we measure that effectively, and how do we respond to those dynamics and metrics as they develop over time. We've talked a lot about the coalitions and the 3 coalitions that have been so impactful in the community in the past. We're going to continue in the next few months listening and learning to all of you and to other folks in the community about how those coalitions can evolve, and really the surveys that Courtney loves a survey, but she does, right? But the surveys that we've been sending out to you all, we hope and we thank you for participating in them, because those questionnaires are going to play a big part in shaping that evolution and how we're thinking about collaboration and what role we can play in serving you all as you serve the community as well. So we appreciate your participation in those questionnaires. One of the other things that we're working on too in the network is integrating equity homes and the housing work that has been going on through the same resources for a while now. So Equity Homes, for example, that has done 400 demolitions of vacant and abandoned properties in the 24-1 area. So coordinating that process with everything that you all are doing, because there are interrelationships and there are integrations and collaborations that can go on. So one of the things, Anna Hoyland is here from the Housing Authority, another recovering county employee. There's kind of a theme. But Anna's at the Housing Authority, so one of the things that we've worked on is to coordinate the investment that the Housing Authority and HUD and others are making in Wellston over the next 2 years. It's like a $42 million project to rehab all the public housing in Wellston. But we're working with the Housing Authority to coordinate and collaborate with regard to our demolition process to make sure that we're ahead of their construction schedule and in terms of demolishing the abandoned homes that are adjacent to or in the vicinity of a public housing authority structure that's going to be rehabbed, so that by the time it's rehabbed and done, it's a even better street to live on. And then we're also collaborating a lot with community members, municipal leaders, to look at, we've heard a lot from the community about the desire to grow and the desire to attract new investment and new opportunities for people to buy and own a affordable quality home in the footprint. And so we're working on that. There was a kind of a pilot project or a test project with this Eskridge Estates, where the network, the Equity Homes and McBride built 23 homes in Wellston, not too far from here. And those 23 homes sold in 54 days. And that's, I think that's very interesting. When I've talked to developers before I took this job, I talked to some people, I did my homework. And so some of the developers that, this is before the Eskridge Estates project was done, a lot of the developers I talked to said, that's not gonna work, right? Nobody wants to buy a house there, nobody's gonna spend the money, nobody's whatever. But 23 homes in 54 days is much better than they've ever done, right? And so so I've taken a lot of pleasure in calling some of those folks and showing them that there's now proof that people want to invest in this community and they want to live here and they want to be part of the good things that are happening here. So each of these components, whether it's the community engagement, the data and analytics, the collaboration, the integration of all that we're investing in and the ways we're trying to serve the community, those are all going to be the foundation on which we build the future of what we're doing on the Community Impact Network side. And we look forward to you all being a part of that and being a part of what you all do. So now I'll turn it back over to the highlight of the show. Ailey Pope. Another government transplant, I would add.
You guys, I'm really just give him a round of applause.
You don't get to keep my drink, though.
Okay. All right. I'm not all that, but you all are all that. That's why we're here. It's because of each and every one of you. So now let's have some fun. I want to hear from y'all. So, legacy is important, right? Legacy is perhaps one of the most important things, especially when we're looking at work, because that talks about what's going to be there for generations to come. And so what I want you to do, there's a piece of paper on each of your tables. So find those pieces of paper, because we're about to create. We're all about creation together here. It's all about collaboration and partnership. So find those papers. Don't be afraid to talk to your neighbor. In fact, look at your neighbor and say, hey, how you doing? All right, break that ice. All right, so what we're gonna do is on this piece of paper, I want you to reflect on the following as it relates to 24-1, okay? Our first question is, what do you think the people you serve want their legacy to be? Okay, again, what do you think the people you serve want their legacy to be? Okay, take a few minutes to write that down, and don't be afraid to talk to your neighbor if you want to kind of brainstorm, and then I'll come back and we're going to share, so get ready.
Okay. Nobody grabbed the phone? Weird. It's curious, eh?
It might be Casey's, though.
Did we steal her phone and her baby? Oh my God, it might be Casey's.
Okay, and we'll do one more minute and then come back. All right, and then the 5-second countdown, we'll do the do, 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 do. That's it. Time's up. That's time's up.
Do you want to run next one or do you want me to?
Oh no, it's fine. Okay. But time's up. So let me we have to split these mics. Hold on.
I'll get it.
Andrea. Okay, so now comes the fun part. We've had a moment to think about the question and kind of reflect. Who wants to share what they think some of the people they serve want their legacy to be? Do we have any folks that want to share with us? All right, got one person back there. Let's go, Braveheart. Let's give her a round of applause. That's brave. That's brave to be the first.
Hi, everybody. I'm Nancy Spargo. I'm the Chief Innovation Officer at Operation Food Search. And my answer is that people want their legacy to be that they were part of the solution.
Wow, that's good. That's good. That's good that they were part of the solution. Okay. Okay. We have another one. Okay, that one back there.
Hi, my name is Jamara Jones. I'm from the HSSU Impact Education Center. I'm the early college coordinator. I said that I think the people I serve want their legacy to be ever-changing and growing. I serve a newer and newly educated generation of students, and they look towards building and advocating.
Great. Okay, wow. We're building and advocating. Okay, all right. Okay, I like that one. Okay, we're building. We're building. Do I have someone else?
Yeah, Sarita's got one.
Okay, we got Sarita. I'm sorry, excuse me.
No. So I'm Sarita Sidner, I'm the executive director at the Impact Education Center. Sure, that's my name. So, I said their ability to overcome the barriers, obstacles, stigmas, and odds placed in and on their lives to achieve success and self-sufficiency.
Wow. Okay, okay. All right. We're building, we're making an amazing poem right now. Who else we got? Okay, we got two folk over here. I got some parts of the solution, some looking to advocate, some overcoming barriers and obstacles. We're building.
Hey everybody, Corporal Hawkins. So I work with a lot of the kids in the school district. Go figure. But a lot of them tell me they want to be heard and they want the same opportunities as others in different districts, different areas. So I feel like if they have a fair shot at the same person and it goes to a West County school, then I feel like they're going to have a great legacy here. And they just want to be heard. So.
All right. Thank you, Corporal.
Good morning, everyone. It's Perez Maxwell. You may be remembering from my old agency, but I'm now with the Normandy Juvenile Conference Committee, which is a division of the Family Court of St. Louis County. And I believe that the people we serve would like to build a community of equity, inclusion, and peace.
Oh, wow. Okay, wow. That's amazing. Okay, that was a great one. That was a great one. I think we have time for two more, and then please, if you don't want to share out loud, please keep those because we'll collect those from you because we're going to use those to continue to build. So be sure to not throw those away.
Good morning, I'm Balali Ambunije with UNI Rise Adult Education and Training Company. What I understand is that we want to grow our children into mature, responsible adults who use their talent, skills, and creativity to make their families and communities thrive and to raise their children to do the same thing.
Wow, Ashe. Let's clap that. Clap for that. And we got time for one more. Who else we got to end us out?
My name is Renata Chandler, founder and CEO of Smart Kids Inc. I think the people that we serve want their legacy to be that they did a great job of being themselves and to achieve their dreams.
Wow. This was all of these were absolutely awesome. I think we have a few minutes, and I have one more question, and I'll give you a few minutes to answer. And this one, I don't know if we'll have time to kind of share, so if you'll write it down, we'll collect that at the end. But I want us to dream for a moment. In fact, close your eyes before you answer this. Dream. What's one thing, while you have your eyes closed, what's one thing that you hope to see in the future in this community within the footprint? One thing that you see in your dream. Open your eyes, write it down on that paper, and hold to that because the hope is to get to that dream. So write it down and we'll collect that. All right. See a few more pins. Okay. So we do have a few more minutes, so if there's anybody that would like to share their dream, I'm dying to hear it. So if there's somebody that can share, I know we got one person in here. to share what you wrote down? Oh, we got somebody. Okay, thank you.
That would be self-determination, to decide for ourselves what we want and need, and to bring our decisions to fruition.
Wow, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing. Is there anyone else? Go ahead, feel free.
Poverty cycles being broken from generation to generation.
Yeah, yeah. And anyone else? Oh, we got someone on this side, and we got someone on that side.
I'm with the St. Augustine Wellston Center, 2 buildings down. So I said food security and accessible nutrition.
Yeah.
On my way over there.
Okay.
Good morning, I'm Dana Lewis with Parents as Teachers. I said, for thriving, we want safe streets for our families and our children. We want our thriving community to consist of grocery stores, rec centers, community centers, libraries, things like that, that we can be safe going in and coming out. We want to feel safe.
Yeah.
And I think the way that we do that is more jobs, that peace. We want safety.
Yeah, safety.
Hello, my name is James Williams from FFSC, Fathers and Family Support Center. Mine is to have a living wage throughout the community and equal education.
Thank you. We have any more to round us out? Okay. Karen?
I'm gonna go back here first.
All right. I love it. We're building.
Again, I'm Ingrid. I guess I thought more physically tangible, a thriving community center that offer a lot of resources so that people can go in, exercise, they can walk. Because I go through some communities, people are early in the morning getting out, exercising, they feel like they're safe in that environment, and that would connect them to some of those community resources that they can become involved with.
Yeah, that's good.
Hi. Sorry. My dream and hope is for an accredited, nationally renowned school district that meets the needs of students in extravagant ways.
Good morning. I'm Dr. Lizette Smith. I'm Director of Clinical Programs with Keystone Mental Health Services at Our Little Haven. And actually, I started with Beyond Housing when it was still called, when the initiative was still called 24-1 right before it became 5 by age 5, so a long time. But a dream for a collection of spaces that promote holistic health and well-being, mentally, physically, and spiritually would be my dream.
Yeah. Let's clap it up for everyone that shared with us today. Wow. I appreciate you all being open to discuss and to building. I think that each one of those things that were shared and that are shared on those pieces of paper are building blocks in this big coalition and family that we have in the network. So thank you all for participating. So we'll round it out. We're at the end of the program. So I'll give you some announcements and some closings, and then I'll let you go forth with glorious deeds to do, okay? So our next month's coalition meeting topic is going to be community resources in the 24-1 footprint. So really excited about that, and really welcome you guys to come and check it out. We have upcoming events coming up. We have our end of the year awards and recognition ceremony. Announcements to come on the categories and nomination process. So that's going to be exciting. These awards are open for people in your organizations, not for the organizations themselves. So this is for the folks doing the work. These awards are for those in your organizations who are doing the work with clients on the ground. For the doers, not the meters. So we're really excited about that and really kind of want to make it a night where they can just be celebrated. There will be 3 awards. So here are those 3 that you guys can kind of be playing around with in your head. The Listening Award. Who in your organization has done an extraordinary job of engaging with the community and listening to those you serve? I wouldn't win the listening award at home. I'm probably the not listening award. The Teamwork Award. Who in your organization found new or innovative ways to collaborate with other service providers, no matter how small the collaboration may be? And then the third one is the Solutions Award. Who in your organization has crafted unique, creative, or unorthodox solutions to challenges that you, your organization, or those you serve were facing? So again, that's the Listening Award, the Teamwork Award, and finally the Solutions Award. So keep, as Andrea was saying, noodling with those things in your head as you kind of, as we go toward the next meeting and it comes upon us. We also have a big event coming up that we want to highlight, which is the Beyond the Backpack event, which will be August 13th. And so we really want to, I've reached out to a few organizations, so we really want to hype that up. Also, we have some time, so if we have some organizations in the room that have some events, come on and share it with the family. Stand up, don't be afraid, let us know what you have coming up.
I have a bunch.
Oh, Lord. Lay them out, Corporal, lay them out.
August 5th. It's not my event, but we partner with a lot. Shakespeare in the Park. That's going to be right by Eskridge Estates. Robert L. Powell and Spartan Court. They're going to be doing a play. It's an hour-and-a-half long play. August 5th at 6:30. August 13th. Okay. Beyond the Backpack. That's another one that we're going to be partnering with. We also have another one at Vanderbilt Hills the same day. They're going to be doing a back-to-school event there too. We also are going to be doing a scholarship basketball tournament August 12th through the 14th for high school seniors. That's going to be at UMSL. Surprisingly, they're letting us use their facility. So they're trying to be a community partner now. And we're going to be giving those scholarships, depending on how much we raise, to the high school seniors if they go to college. August. So we're also going to be doing National Night Outs in August.
Okay.
And I'm doing pop-up shops.
Okay.
So pop-up shops is what I created in our communities that we serve to have our street officers go out and, you know, I get a bunch of popsicles and anything I can give to the residents, and they hit our sirens so they can come outside and get to know the officers that patrol their areas. So that way they can tell us their concerns, what they may have, and also get to meet the people that are actually out protecting and whatnot. September, we are going to be doing Citizens Police Academy. Anybody can join that. You guys will be able to get tased if you want. I got tased. I'm not doing it again. It doesn't hurt, but it doesn't feel good. So, yeah, anybody want to do an event, we can do an event. So that's how I pretty much do my events, and we try to make it greater. So,
cool beans.
And I send all my events to Brian. I guess he puts it on you guys' website. So
okay.
If you guys are interested in on the website. Oh, Christmas in September. We have 2 truck loads of toys, and we're going to like go throughout the neighborhoods and like give out toys. It's usually called Christmas in July, but I don't have no time. So
September it is. September it is. But we're with you. Are there any other announcements? Okay, I think I have 2 folks over here, and then we'll come right back over there.
Hello, everyone. It's my birthday month, so that's fun. It really is. It really is. But I'm Lakeisha Robinson with United for Children, and we definitely don't have as many things happening as they do. But we do have August 13th from 10 to 1 at Vashon High School. We will be having our enrollment and resource fair. Right now, what we're trying to do is make sure that we're providing screenings and enrollments for those kids who get to those other fairs to get those backpacks and all those other things. But they need to be screened. We have a lot of kids that are falling through the cracks and not excelling because they are not being able to be screened in enough time. So that is what that focus of that fair is on the 13th. And then we have a Building a Preschool to Promise pipeline conference that is coming. I'm trying to tell you. That is coming August 17th through the 20th. That is really not just for really people in this room. That is for the people who aren't aware of the challenges that our centers, that our educators are facing, and the issues politically up and down this realm, from local all the way up to state, of how we're being affected and our roles that we can be a piece of that. So that information, I'll send this all out to Andrea and Allie so they can, Ailey, so it can all come out to everybody. But that conference is August 17th through the 20th. It will be virtual so that we can definitely get more presence there. Our reach is to expand this knowledge. The more people know, the quicker people are to help and do things. And I love this place because collaboration is it. Stick in your lane, do what you do well, collaborate.
Yeah, love it, love it, love it. And then Sarita back there, and then we'll go back over there.
So really fast, we have a lot of stuff coming up, but our main focus right now is Saturday, July 23rd. We'll be having a fundraiser called the Ballroom Nights soiree. I got braces, so someone got to speech So I wanted to extend that invite to you all. If you were interested in coming from 6 to 10, listen, it's fabulous. I encourage you to come dressed in theme after 5 for all the nights if you've seen the movie. It'll be casino gaming, live jazz band, open bar, food, desserts, cigar lounge, like living. So if you are interested, please see me. I'll put you on the guest list. We'll talk about all the extras and blah, 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 blah. But listen, I want to see all y'all there and your finest of the finest. So, oh, yeah, it is to support like all the programming and stuff. It's for a purpose. But it's on everything. So if you're interested in attending, please see me and I can get you on the guest list and I will see you Saturday. Oh, valet parking is the girls' unit. But that's it. So I'll see you after that.
Hey, so there's a party coming up. There's some back to school stuff. We have a question right here.
I just wanted to know how can we be a part of the backpack event that you guys are hosting?
So the host is actually Beyond Housing, and what we can do is after this meeting, I'll get with you and get your information and pass it over to the folks that are working on that. Are there any other announcements from anybody coming up? Okay, so we got a party, we got some back to school events, we got some educational events. So it looks like it's gonna be a lit month and we all need to be out and about, okay? All right, we all need to be out and about. So thank you guys for coming. It's always a pleasure to be with you all. I don't think there's anything else. All right, well, thank you guys for coming. Keep going and doing the good work. We'll see you guys next month.